Hello and welcome to this episode of Apigee Accelerators. In this video, we'll demonstrate how to use Apigee to secure APIs using JSON Web Tokens. JSON Web Token, also known as JWT or JWT, is an open standard that describes a compact and secure way to transfer information between two parties. The information is contained in a set of claims, encoded as a JSON object, which can be digitally signed and also encrypted. JSON Web Tokens offer some advantages over opaque access tokens, as they're a self-contained token that doesn't require the recipient to make additional requests to validate or retrieve information. In a typical scenario, an application that needs to send information about itself or a user may generate a JWT and send this to the receiving API as a bearer token using the authorization header. The server will verify the incoming token and decode it to retrieve any claims contained within it. Apigee offers three policies for handling JWTs. The Generate JWT policy allows customers to generate a new token and return it to the client, or attach it to the request sent through to the target backend. The Verify JWT policy is used to verify tokens and extract claims. Finally, the Decode JWT policy allows you to decode a token without verifying it. Apigee also has similar policies for working with JSON Web Signature, which is another standard in the same family of specifications. This sample contains a proxy that shows you how to generate and verify tokens. The proxy allows you to generate tokens using the RS-256 algorithm, which requires a public-private key pair. The deployment script for this sample generates the key pair and stores it in a key value map during the deployment. The sample also shows how to verify the token signature using the public key and decrypt using the private key. If you attempt to modify the token or send a token which has expired, Apigee will return a 401 unauthorized response. If the token's valid, the verification endpoints will output the contents of the decoded token, showing the claims and the algorithm that was used to generate it. Now let's see how to deploy and use the sample. In order to run this sample, you'll need the following: an Apigee instance provisioned with access configured for external traffic. As a user, you'll need permissions to deploy API proxies and create key value map entries. This can be granted through the Apigee org admin role or the API plus environment admin roles. To deploy this sample, you'll also need the command line tools shown here. If you're using Google Cloud Shell, these are already installed. You can click the Cloud Shell tutorial link to begin. Now that you're in the Cloud Shell environment, you can follow the step-by-step instructions. First, change to the directory for this sample. To deploy the sample, first open up the env.sh file and set the configuration to reference your Apigee project, external hostname, and the environment name. Next, run the included script to deploy the sample. This may take a minute to complete. When the script completes, you should see a message showing the proxy URL and a set of sample curl commands. First, set the proxy URL environment variable. Next, run the first curl command to generate a signed JWT. You should see the value of the token returned in the output. Now you can use the next curl command to verify and decode the token returned from the previous request. If it's successful, you should see a response containing JWT OK followed by the decoded contents of the token. You can try modifying the token and replaying the verify request. This time you should receive an invalid token error. This is because modifying the contents invalidates the digital signature. Next, you can follow the remaining two commands to generate and verify an encrypted JWT. Notice this time the decoded output also contains the encryption header. If you copy the token into an external tool like jwt.io, you'll see the contents are garbled because the token is encrypted. Now let's take a quick look at the proxy deployed in this sample. Go to the Apigee management UI at apigee.google.com. Under the API proxies section, you should see the JSON Web Tokens proxy. Select the proxy and go to the Develop tab. The Generate Signed endpoint uses the Generate JWT policy to generate a signed token. The policy config references the private key and algorithm, sets the expiry time, and also specifies several other claims to be included in the token. The verify signed endpoint uses the verify JWT policy to verify the incoming token. This time the policy specifies the public key to use to validate the signature, and also the expected value of the claims contained within the token. The generate encrypted and verify encrypted endpoints are configured in a similar way. However, this uses the public key to encrypt the token and uses the private key to decrypt the token during verification. Notice the verification policies also specify a time allowance value of 30 seconds. This provides an extra grace period for the token's validity window. Finally, the proxy also contains two endpoints you can use to output the values of the public and private keys. The keys themselves are stored in a key value map, which you can find under the environment section. Now you've seen how to use Apigee's built-in policies to handle JSON Web Tokens. When you're done with the sample, you can provide us with your feedback. And then you can use the cleanup script to delete the configuration that was deployed to your Google Cloud project. We hope you found this useful, and if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button below. You can also subscribe to our channel to see more videos in the Apigee Accelerator series. And if you have questions, please post them on the Apigee community. Thanks for watching.